Okay, now that we've got that giant orientation video out of the way, we can just get right into the daily work of reviewing all these new bags of potato chips that I've acquired. Now, going forward, I've decided instead of randomly selecting bags like I did last time, I'm going to organize them into categories and little runs, if you will, that have some sort of common thread running through them. And the first one I'm going to do is the tomato chips. I happen to have a lot of chips based on tomatoes in varying forms from various parts of the world. And I'm going to start that with the most boring and mundane bag of chips I have in that category, and pretty much of all the chips I have all together, and that would be ketchup. Now, these are from Canada. A lot of my Canadian friends have been raving about Canadian potato chips, and I would be happy to sample some if I could get my hands on any of them. This was the only one I got, and I can't imagine like what they are, what would make them so fucking special, because like really what is Canada except like colder, nicer America with less guns? I mean, what is Canadian cuisine? Poutine, which I believe they did make chips of that at one point, and I'd love to get my hands on them. So I remain blatantly ignorant about Canadian cuisine, and I would love some of my Canadian friends to educate me on that. But for now, we're going to just have to go with what they're offering here, which is fucking ketchup. Now, I don't understand why this isn't an American flavor, because ketchup is like the quintessential American condiment, and I have nothing but absolute disdain for ketchup. I fucking hate ketchup. I think it is so boring and just bland and puerile and juvenile. It's a condiment for kids. It's like fucking putting sugar on stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I will put ketchup on my French fries and, you know, my home fries, but usually I put some Tabasco or something also on top of it, some sriracha. It's just like I just find ketchup kind of dumb. I was doing some research on it, and apparently ketchup used to be made out of all kinds of things. In the UK, where it was supposedly invented, even though they say that the name is actually a Cantonese word, was made out of mushrooms. And then when during the colonial era, they started using tomatoes, but it had like a lot of interesting ingredients like anchovies and all the different flavors. And then, you know, mass production got involved, and they dumbed it down and just turned it into this sort of just glorified sugar product, which seems to define the American table. And it's funny too, like just how American it is, and how I remember it's so like wrapped up in American identity. So I remember back in the day when Obama was president and Fox News was looking for every possible way to smear him and otherize him, which was really disgusting in a way. I mean, you can say what you will about a particular politician's policies and politics and you know and actions, but when you start attacking somebody because of who they are, it's kind of disgusting. And they really wanted to make it seem like he was very un-American. He was Muslim, he was African, he was not like us. And one of the tacks that Fox News took to criticize Obama is that he got filmed ordering a hamburger somewhere, and he asked for Dijon mustard on the hamburger instead of ketchup. And fucking Sean Hannity had a field day with that. See, there's something sus about that Obama guy, because he doesn't put ketchup on his hamburgers like normal Americans do. And it just fucking sucks. I hate ketchup. It's stupid, so I don't expect to like these chips, but I have to go through it anyway. So there's my little screed against ketchup. I hope you enjoyed it. No offense to people that do like ketchup, but I just don't think it's... Oh, for fuck's sake, this stinks. It smells awful. It smells absolutely terrible. I mean, the chips look kind of cool. They're just a regular looking chip with this sort of maroon dust on them. Palate is clear, and it's going to be wasted on this, but okay. There's no way I could fuck this up. Yep. It tastes just like fucking ketchup, as predicted. I'm already bored. Yeah. Tastes like ketchup. Good job, guys. What a challenge. I'm glad you were able to achieve this. What a masterpiece. I do like Filipino ketchup. The juice brand. It's banana ketchup. It's made from bananas and somehow it's still red. I don't know, but that's kind of fun. It's like chunkier. You get the American ketchup out of the dispenser and it's just like, it looks like acrylic paint coming out of a tube. It's freakish and weird. Well, fuck these chips and fuck ketchup. I'm glad I got this shit over with. I mean, I'll eat it, but no. Ketchup. Fuck ketchup.